Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I am here with my brother as we play WUBRG Merfolk in Modern. Jory N is going to have something to say about the Modern metagame. And if that is what you're in for, if you love Merfolk and learning about Merfolk, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. Go check out James LePage at the Metaworker. He's teaching us how to build great competitive EDH decks out of jank. Only on themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And we have not won the die roll, but we're on the draw. We have a pretty good curve. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to keep this. Hand looks good. And we are up against Jund. Jund! Jorian probably will have something to say about this Jund match. Hopefully. Another Ether Vial. We're probably going to keep that in our hand. Maybe not. It's very important to know that, you know, playing things with Ether Vial is not going to count with Jorian at all. Here comes Dark Confidant.
Bobby.
Here comes Bobby.
Not Fortinelli.
Not Fortinelli. Ooh, we have Merfolk Trickster. That is nice. I'm gonna hold that up. Keep Lord of Atlantis in our hand. We can't interact with Dark Confidant in any way. Liliana of the Veil revealed, and that's sort of why I wanted to keep the Merfolk Trickster in my hand, not play Lord of Atlantis.
Liliana.
If we play any creature, they Liliana Edict, and there's no way we can attack it.
Liliana becomes useless with Trickster, doesn't she? I mean, she loses all abilities.
No, she's not a creature. She's a planeswalker.
This game makes no sense.
You make a lot of rules mistakes with Liliana of the Veil. Can show and tell in an Emrakul, but you can't show and tell Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, that's right.
No, Liliana of the Veil is not for show and tell. So this is an excellent opportunity to get rid of our Ether Vial, the extra one. So they rightfully don't attack. Very smart.
Bobby gonna flip.
What?
Bobby gonna flip.
What do you mean flip?
Well, that's the thing.
It's not a flip card. It's not Delver of Secrets.
Well, technically you're flipping a coin. You gotta get a land or you get hurt.
This is interesting. I drew Spreading Seas, and I can hit the red source. And you know what? I sort of want to do that. I want to get more cards in my hand. I hit Merfolk with the Unclaimed Territory. Won't play Jory N just yet. Got an island, that's fine. And I'll play Lord of Atlantis. And then knock Liliana the Veil down to 1. I think this is what we want to do. Liliana can't Edict. They draw Inquisition, so they're going to get our Jory N. Jory N is not long for this world. They're also going to eat our island, which is a problem. Actually, do you want to be really good? They tick up Liliana first. Well, it'd be good for us. If they tick up Liliana first, I think I'm going to dump the Jory N, because then when they Inquisition, our hand will be empty. And I wonder, from their perspective, what is better. Each player discards a card. I'm going to next level them. Because if I dump the island, then there's no guarantee I can cast Master of Waves. Please, Inquisition. Do it! Make me look like a damn genius! No red mana, no green mana. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Whiff. Swing and a miss. And that's the manabase.com. Get dunked on instant replay. I knew it. I knew it. So now what will they do? So I'm hoping they can't really do anything. I'm going to play Master of Waves next turn, attack everything into the Liliana, which could backfire if they block with Dark Confidant. They could Fatal Push the Master of Waves, but I think that situation is not too bad. Or maybe it is bad. Liliana is pretty powerless right now. They have 4 cards in hand. Well, it'll be 4 cards versus 1 card. No, it'll be 4 cards versus 0 cards. Because if I have 1 card, then they'll have 5 cards. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we draw and figure it out. Because Master of Waves is going to be huge next turn. It's going to be just huge. Oh, they have a Wooded Foothills. And forget that. They can cast everything in their hand.
Whatever they have.
Actually, forget it. I have Island Walk. If they tap out... Okay, forget it. I don't have Island Walk. Now what? Maybe tick up? That would be interesting. That'd be an interesting line. But if you tick up... Well, I guess you still keep the Liliana, because this thing can only attack it down to 1. This game is complicated! If you tick down, Trickster dies, but Master of Waves is on its way. Okay, target player sacrifices a creature. Sacrifice the obvious one. So the best thing that we could draw here would be a Lord. That would be ideal. I don't think you want to attack with Bobby. You don't want to do that. Come on, you don't want to do that. We'll keep this on 2. Most of our cards are 2 mana. There's Lord of Atlantis. That's perfect. Well, Master of the Pearl Trident would be a little bit better. Now these lords are vulnerable to Maelstrom Pulse.
Boom!
All things considered, though, I'm satisfied with this outcome. Get rid of Liliana. Tarmogoyf has entered the revealed card zone. You can't even cast Tarmogoyf. They were still constricted on mana. They decided to get the Blood Crypt instead of the Stomping Grounds, and that's it. It's over.
Bobby couldn't do it.
Bobby couldn't do it. So we're going to want Relics. I don't know how many Relics we want anymore. It used to be a really good card, but now we have to really focus on Bloodbraid Elf. We definitely want Dismember. We definitely want Tidebinder Mage. We might want Spell Pierce. We have to shave some mana, but we can't take it all out. We have to leave 2 Aether Vials. I'm willing to shave down 3 sources of mana because this is an attrition-based matchup. It's all about their cards destroying our cards, trading 1 for 1, and then have like 1 big threat in play and try to win with it. Either it's a Tarmogoyf, Scavenging Ooze, or even a Bloodbraid Elf into one of those things. So we need to beat them on the card advantage route. And let me tell you, for this league, we are seeing Master Waves a lot for a 2 of in our deck.
No kidding.
It's like we reduce the number of Master Waves and we get more of them. We need to take out 4 cards. Cards that may not be so good in this matchup. Tideshaper Mystic. Actually, Tideshaper Mystic might be worth more than I think it does. Than I think it is, but it's probably cuttable. Jory N is card advantage, so we're going to keep that. Even though it's dubious card advantage. Kamena, Tyrant of Vraska, also potential card advantage. Merfolk Trickster is just nice to play at instant speed. This is card advantage. Let's take out, I guess, Pierce. Pierce is actually probably not going to be very good on the draw anyway. And I guess we'll take out Tideshaper Mystic. Still have 30 creatures, that looks pretty good. And we will submit this deck. Hand looks great. I'm going to keep it. Even in the face of a turn 1 Thoughtseize, I'm pretty happy and satisfied with this hand. We can still do things for 1 mana. They don't even do anything. Swamp, go. And we have the Dismember for the Dark Confidant. Oh yeah. Oh, you think that thing's gonna live? If that's what you think? You thought wrong. You're not letting... I'm not letting you draw a single darn card off that thing. Okay, they're going to Inquisition us. Whatever. I have no idea what they would want to take from us here. Commander requires a lot of work to turn on. On the other hand, this whole tap a random Merfolk and get in with unblockable is really nice. And has protection from Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt, so Kumena has a lot of value in this matchup. Well, it doesn't have protection from Fatal Push, but it requires them to work hard in order to turn it on. They need to sacrifice something. So in the late game, this is going to have a lot of value, just like it did in the Grixis Death Shadow matchup. What's your favorite card in the Jund deck?
Jund?
Yeah. Oh, have you seen Bloodbraid Elf?
Probably a million times, but...
No, maybe not. That's one of the cards that recently got unbanned.
Didn't you make a video about that?
I did. I don't know. Oh, so they take the Lord of Atlantis. Very concerned about Island Walk. Did they miss their third land drop? They did. We did not miss our third land drop, though.
My favorite thing about Jund is when you were playing in that tournament that was held at that Legion, and some guy was wearing a shirt that said, "When in doubt, Jund them out."
Oh, yeah?
Like, really? Really? You're going to wear that in public?
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Merfolk Trickster and Pure Sight Marrow at end of turn. If they play a creature, we just tap it down. We're going to have a good time doing that. And then we could use the Pure Sight Marrow to start sculpting the top of our deck if we do not draw into anything useful. So I think this is a Kolaghan's Command, but whatever. There's not really much I think I can do about that. So creature in the graveyard, so they might opt to just Kolaghan's Command, bring the Dark Confidant back. And I think we're going to seriously put this thing to 3. It'll allow us to play Relic and hold it up. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I can cast this next turn. It's not a big deal. In fact, I can play Kumena, Tyrant of Vraska, and start drawing cards off of these guys. Okay, let's play the Relic first to prevent them from playing Kolaghan's Command and bringing back the Dark Confidant. Or if they want to make a move, they have to do it now. Okay, I guess I'm just going to attack for 4. And by the way, I can use this Scry ability whenever I want. What do they have for 3 mana? They don't want to do anything. Okay, I'm just going to pass. Now if they like Kolaghan's Command, I'll Ether Violin things. Crack Relic. Or maybe their hand is just Bloodbraid Elves like crazy. That's a possibility. Like, how do you not do anything with 3 mana? The hand might be really clunky. Not your typical Jund deck.
Jeskai is Jund, isn't it?
Not your typical... Huh?
Jeskai is Jund, isn't it?
No, you're talking... It's like saying Mario Brothers is Sonic.
Oh.
Those are 2 different archetypes. Jund is black, red, green. Jeskai is white, blue, green.
Oh, that was... Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Nothing to see here, people. Sack our Merfolk Trickster. So now we're going to use this to look at the top card of our library and see if it's a good one. It's an island? Island isn't bad, but I don't think that's something we need. We're going to say no. We're going to exile that. Actually, no. Yes. Exile that thing. Island entered the exile zone. And we'll play Wistful Selkie. Draw cards. TIE Bar Mage. Looks great.
Oh, I didn't even know he had TIE Bar Mage in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
When did that happen?
I don't know. In the sideboard.
I had no idea you brought in that card.
Another Ether Vial. That sucks. Maybe I underestimated that island. Maybe I want that island more than I thought. But with that in mind, we are going to kill Liliana, and we're going to attack our opponent.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yes. And I'm going to hold on to... I sort of want to hold on to everything. I don't want them to anger the gods the board away. So I'm going to hold... I will willingly play Kumena, Tyrant of Araska. I guess I could play this Ether Vial. That's not a bad idea. Hopefully they don't have Maelstrom Pulse. And even if they did, it's not that big of a deal. I'd rather they Maelstrom Pulse the Ether Vials and leave my creatures alone. Bobby is back. Better than ever. Okay, let's activate this thing. It's interesting. I can untap this and then give Kumena some abilities. Oh, you've had enough of this guy, have you? Okay, can't do anything about this. Spreading Seas on the top? Yeah, no, we want to keep that there. Okay, so we've sculpted a Spreading Seas to the top of our deck. Put Kumena in play. That Ether Vial will stay on 1. So Spreading Seas, hopefully... It's not the best spot for Spreading Seas because...
Come on, another spot.
This is good. I don't mind this. Because whenever Dark Confidant's out, Spreading Seas gets a lot worse. It's just how it is.
It's more devotion for Master Waves.
Yeah, that's right. Raging Ravine revealed. It's a good card, but it'll come into play tapped, so they won't be able to use the red mana out of it. But there it is. Lock in your seatbelts, people. Probably, what's his name is coming down? What her name? Bloodbraid Elf is probably coming around next turn. Sort of feel like using this relic right now because it's not really a relevant card this very moment. Yeah, let's crack relic. I think the extra card might be worth more. Nah. So we'll keep this on 3. I'm just going to play this Lord of Atlantis, sorry, Master of the Pearl Trident, and I'm going to attempt to attack for 6. It's Fatal Push or Bust here. No Fatal Push. They could die in their upkeep. This is a very real threat. Do they die at their upkeep? Maelstrom Pulse revealed for their death. That's how it is when you play with Dark Confidant. Live by the sword, die by the sword. WUBRG completely annihilated Jund. WUBRG is very well positioned against Jund, I guess. These cards, so good. It's so easy. Like, Kumena, Tyrant of Araska, for example. Very easy to play this card in the face of a removal deck because you can just tap a creature. It has unblockable. You don't have to worry about getting blown out. They have to kill this exact creature. And you know what? Kolaghan's Command ain't going to do it. Lightning Bolt isn't going to do it. And you better have a sack outlet in order to kill this thing with Fatal Push. So, we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon, and we're going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu, playing WUBRG Merfolk in Modern.